Are we moving?
So beautiful.
Are we moving?
So weird. The effect's not quite the same on film. So we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone who's lost in the woods. You'll say a prayer.
Proverbs 12:15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to counsel. And we'll pray. Father, it's been another good week, and we thank you that you brought us back here for another Wednesday. We thank you for the people that are here. We thank you for your wise counsel. We thank you for all the ways that you try to teach us not to be fools, and Lord, we want to teach other people how not to be fools also, just so that we can keep them safe, because we know you love all your children, Father. We love you. Keep your hand over this stream. Keep the enemy away, and just know that we're excited to be here, and we're excited for every day with you and walking in your path. In Jesus' name, amen.
Just make sure that we didn't have the volume off. Yeah, was everybody able to hear the prayer? We're going to skip down the comments just to check. Because we had to turn, yep. Okay. Okay, good.
Okay. Still setting some things up.
Yeah, so bear with us. We're stepping on cords and everything. Your phone cord's always on the floor. We keep stepping on it.
It's right here.
I just stepped on it. Okay, so we have 4 Facebook group pages. The Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, Antlers and Surrounding Areas. These are all on Facebook. Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN, and Sun Center and Database. The Predator Bigfoot and the Spiritual Warrior's Path, and Lead Tracker E's Facebook group page. So if you want to get the updates that we may not be doing on here, we may just be giving updates there, join those Facebook group pages. Also, Lead Tracker E's new name for her channel is Bigfoot Predators and Spiritual Warfare. It says 704, but I think she has 759 now, so that's rising also, and she has a lot of updates, a lot of live videos.
761 today.
Or 761 today, so that one's growing pretty quick, but she's doing a lot of tracking on there, a lot of updates that we're not doing on this channel. We got different things we're doing on this channel. This channel name change has also been changed to Sasquatch Choctaw Tracking. And even this one says 1,990 something, but we're up to 2015. We broke that 2,000 mark, and now we're climbing also on this channel. Also, one of our new books, Predator Bigfoot and Spiritual Warrior's Path. Lead Tracker, he's setting some other thing up for what we're doing right now or tonight, so I'm going to do the intro. Predator Bigfoot and Spiritual Warrior's Path, you can find out on Amazon. There's a new review out. We haven't got that one yet, but we will post that very soon. Everyone's calling this a manual. It's the book that's got more information than any other book that's ever been put out there. It will keep you safe. It has saved lives, and it will continue. And it will continue to save lives if you get the book and read it. Also, this book has been translated into Spanish, into Pa Grande, el Depredador y el Sendero de Guerrero y Espiritual, the new Spanish version of the Predator Bigfoot and Spiritual Warrior's Path. Very important book, and our Spanish-speaking friends who have received this book know the importance now of the Predator Bigfoot and Spiritual Warrior's Path. So you can get English or the Spanish version. Another book that we have out is called The Bigfoot Gifters. Now, this is not a thick book. It's actually a chapter out of this next book that we're working on. But we'd seen that so many people were being coerced, I guess you would say, into gifting Bigfoots and feeding them and leaving gifts and things like that. But there's a lot of information in this book that most people don't have or understand what they're doing while they're out there. So this book will help those people. And if anybody's gifting or anybody who's being told to gift, get this book, read it, and understand the entirety of that deal. Also, this book is also translated into the Spanish version Las Ofrendas de Pai Grande. And that is the offering of the Bigfoot, or to the Bigfoot. These things you don't want to do. And if you see people talking about it, make sure they get this book, make sure they read it. The newest book that we have out is a children's book. Now, this is Monster Spotters. Monster Spotters, you can find all these on Amazon, or you can order through us. I didn't get the descriptions. This was kind of a last minute thing in the description box below. But the other videos that we have, you can go to any of those and look in the description. We'll put our email in here in just a little bit. If you would like to order an autographed book from us, we can get that to you as well. Or you can just go to Amazon. If you get on Amazon, please leave a review. That will help us out, and will help other people out by being able to read what you've read, or read your review. Also, our new webpage, you can type in predatorbigfoot.com, and predatorbigfoot.com will take you to the Predator Bigfoot and the Spiritual Warrior's Path webpage. There you can also get books, the documentary, the Bigfoot documentary that we have on there. You can also, it links up to some playlists, like one of the ones that we have out is called What the Indians Say. So many people will say the Indians say they're forest people. The Indians will say that they're ancient people. The Indians will say that they're a lost tribe. Indians will say they're caretakers of the forest, but none of that is true. And that's why we want to also, when we hear that, we also say, well, tell us what Indian told you that. Where did you hear that at? And it can never be traced back. So you're hearing these rumors and things like that on the internet or through someone else's voice, and they have no factual to that. So we don't want people getting hurt, put it on the Indians. We'll say, well, the Indians will gift them. Indians said do this. No, we don't. We don't say that. So you can watch those playlists. It's a 3-segment one. And at the end, we take the vote. Tribes from Alaska, Canada, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Louisiana, pretty much in all the places. And you'll hear exactly what we're talking about. So tonight is also fair use. We just want to post this up so that everybody knows that this is a teaching tool. And we're just wanting to help people understand what's going on out there. So let's get to the comments and see who's out here and see what's going on. We do apologize for being just a little bit late, but we're still working on other projects, and we'll be talking about those as well. Also, I forgot one more thing. We do have a sponsorship. We're doing a documentary project, and sponsorships are still available. If you would like to help out, it's a $100 minimum. You can sponsor for more if you like. The due is not due until July 1st, and that's when everything is needed at that time. But you're going to get 8 weeks of private daily videos or live streams. You're going to be with us for this entire time. Every day we're going to show you what we're doing, what we're getting together. It's a lot of things we just can't tell everyone here. We got to keep it kind of low level for right now.
Until the event.
And until it's completed. And once it's completed, you're also going to get a free documentary DVD of everything that happened. It's going to be, again, a one-of-a-kind, just like these books, just like the documentary. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind documentary on something that a lot of people, even a lot of Indians, don't know. They don't know about certain things that we're doing. But we're going to be sharing that with you in that documentary. And plus, you're going to be with us every step of the way, every day. We're going to be showing you and also teaching how to do certain things in these 8 weeks. So every day you're going to get a daily video, or if we have a good connection for a Wi-Fi live stream, we're going to live stream so you can talk or interact with us. But right now, that's what we're doing as far as the sponsorship. If you want to become a sponsor, you can email us at the first letter is capital, Jerry Williams 1927. I'll put that in the link in just a minute, but it's capital. Only the first letter, the only J is capital. Jerry Williams 1927 at outlook.com. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now let's go to the comments and see who's all here. And then we're going to get with our program, our teaching tool for tonight. And I hope, well, actually I know, and I can't wait to say hi to all the trackers. And I also want to let everyone know that the new Thunder Tracker team is now activated. So they're in their meetings. They've had their first meeting. They went through the protocols. They got their feet wet, and they know what they're doing now. So we're going to be expecting some great reports from them this following week. And they're not surprising us, but they're already getting us some good information that we all need, and we get to share that with each other.
I was going to warn you about that. These are just stuck up there quickly with tape, so they may be falling out all through night. No, we didn't have time, and we'll do it right later.
Okay.
They were just stuck up with some color on the
So if they fall, it's not an earthquake. Shadow Tracker J, first one in the room. 644, first one in the room. Shadow Tracker J.
Shadow Tracker J.
What is going on? 703, there she is. Lorna. Shadow
Lorna.
Tracker, Warrior Tracker Lorna is in the room. Oh my goodness. Tracker Lorna is helping out with some super stickers, and we do appreciate it because we've got some things that we've really got to get to, and there's a couple of little things knickknacks that we have to get, and we do appreciate everything, and we know what this is for. Actually, also, it's for other things that are coming up also.
Which you're going to be here for. You're getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, and
Thank
here's
you.
another one. This is another super sticker, and another one.
We'll be holding on to it.
Yeah, we'll be holding on to that.
While I'm thinking of it, Bigfoot Gifters in Kindle is on sale for $9.99. It's half price right now.
On Kindle, it's the one that fell.
Is it? That was to remind me then. Right
Oh.
there.
Yeah, that was to remind us that Bigfoot Gifters.
The
Bigfoot
Kindle version
Gifters.
is half price right now.
Kindle version is half price
Let's see if it stays.
on Amazon.
Kind of
And-
hot in here.
And that's when if you have a Kindle notepad or small handheld computer, you can get Bigfoot Gifters for $9.99. Is that what you said? Originally $15, so it's on sale right now.
20.
Or
Originally
20, yeah, $20. So it's less than half by a penny.
By a penny.
So if y'all want to go and read that book, this would be the best time. We don't know if it's going to get any lower than that, but it is on sale on Amazon. We didn't put it on sale, but Amazon did, so that also helps us out getting that book out.
Only the Kindle.
Tracker Lorna has saying hello to Elastic Machinery.
Yeah, he was the very first one in the room. Earlier when I looked, he came in and said he was going to try to get stuff done and get back in time.
Oh, okay.
So-
I don't know why it's not showing him as first.
I think because he came in and then he left.
Oh, let me check on this one. Yeah, on this one it works. That one trying to wrap everything up. Tonight, hope to see y'all soon. All right, let's see who's. Okay, so that's the only one that really was missing on that one. So we're caught up there. And Shadow Tracker J saying hello to to Tracker Lorna, or Tracker Lorna saying hello to Shadow Tracker J. You wouldn't.
Okay. Judy Wheeler says hello to everybody.
Judy.
Lauren is saying hello back to Judy. Judy's saying blessings. And hi, Tracker Lorna. And hi, Shadow Tracker J. Judy saying hi, Elastic Machinery. Shadow Tracker J saying, wow, Tracker Lorna, so generous.
Definitely.
For sure. And that's to help with our, it's a different thing when we do our Tracker
Meet and greet.
meet and greet conference. Yeah.
So she's helping us out.
She's coming down and getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, so and she's also
Sure
helping out with the
appreciate
food when all the trackers come in. She's helping out with fuel so that we can get y'all to where we need to get y'all. And so we don't have to take a lot of vehicles. We can take just a couple vehicles.
We're very grateful.
So
And she got her certificate today.
Who?
No, Tracker Danette got her certificate today. Sorry.
Are we there yet?
No, sorry.
Okay.
I got ahead.
Shout Tracker J says, blessings, Judy. War Chief says, Halitoyo say hola. Jerry Leaderworks, Choctaw Williams, Lead Tracker E, Warrior Shadow, Warrior Tracker Shadow, and Thunder Trackers and Friends. We've got a house full of trackers in the room. It's going to be a good one, too, with what we're doing tonight.
Tracker Lorna says, hi, War Chief. Tracker C. War Chief says, good to see you, Tracker Lorna. And Judy. Tracker Lorna says, good to see you, War Chief. And says, blessings to all. There's Danette. That's why I got ahead. She got her tracker certificate today.
She has her tracker certificate, and you know, when you tap in, you can also put in Thunder Tracker D. Just like Shadow Tracker J right here. She's saying blessings, War Chief Tracker C.
Tracker Lorna says, hi, Danette Bailey.
Look who's here.
There's Jim from Life's Adventures, keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Shadow Tracker J says, blessings, Thunder Tracker E. And I think she actually meant to put Thunder Tracker D.
Oh, D, yeah. D for Danette.
For Danette, yeah. Tracker Lorna says, hi, Life's Adventures, to Jim. Shadow Tracker J says, blessings, Life's Adventures. War Chief says, howdy toad, Jim. Good to see you, brother. Jim says, Shadow Tracker, hello. And Lorna, hello. And hello, War Chief. War Chief says, howdy toad. Thunder Tracker, it'll be D. She accidentally wrote Thunder Tracker E.
And maybe my D sounded like an E.
War Chief says, the eyes of my tomahawk are watching and waiting. Shadow Tracker J has her, or she says, War Chief Tracker C is on duty. War Chief says, always. Bob, Shadow Tracker 888 says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Bob.
Good evening, 888.
Tracker Lorna saying hello to 888. Shadow Tracker J saying blessings to 888. War Chief is saying halito to 888.
There he is.
There's Gray Beard saying good evening, everyone. Shadow Tracker J is giving blessings to Gray Beard, and Gray Beard saying thank you, Shadow Tracker J. Blessings to you as well. Tracker Lorna says hi, Gray Beard, and Gray Beard's telling War Chief good to see him.
Good to see him.
War Chief says halito, Gray Beard. Gray Beard says Tracker Lorna, good to see you, and 9 watching and 10 thumbs up. Good job, guys. LOL. Oh, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
Thank you. War Chief's giving a thumbs up.
Oh, Tracker
Lorna.
Lorna.
Thank you very much for your super sticker.
And we're going to all put that aside for what it's needed for.
Graybeard says, Tracker Lorna, are you in Alberta by any chance? Let's don't give specifics on here. Maybe private or in the next team meeting. Graybeard says, I hope you guys vote well soon.
Oh, yeah.
War Chief says, thank you, Tracker Lorna. Tracker Lorna's giving a thumbs up.
Our niece and nephew's here.
Hey, Las Venturas.
Las Venturas. Las
Hello.
Aventuras de Jose y Tanya Marquez, La Patron.
Jose's got a birthday coming up. Graybeard says,
June 2nd.
hello, Jose and Tanya. Shadow Tracker Jay's sending blessings to them. War Chief is saying hola. And there's Kelly. Hey, Kelly. She says hello to all prayers. Kelly. Peace, love, and light always. Good to see you. Judy saying hi, War Chief. And Tracker Lorna saying hi, Kelly, child of the Most High. Graybeard saying hello to Judy. Judy saying hey, Graybeard. Graybeard saying hello, Kelly. Judy saying Kelly, hi to Kelly. And we read these out because we have some visually impaired people. And so we want everybody to know what's going on. Also people that are just listening and not watching. Mm-hmm. Shadow Tracker Jay says blessings, child of Kelly, child of the Most High. Kelly saying halito, or War Chief saying halito. I'm getting ahead of myself.
To Kelly.
Kelly saying hello. Also grateful to jump on at work on my break.
All right.
You're not standing out in the dark, I hope. War Chief says good to see you, Kelly. Kelly says thank you all, and she looks forward to seeing us any chance she can. We'd like to see you too.
And your package has been sent out also. I think it was sent out yesterday because we're Memorial Day, but your package is on its way. Thunder Tracker Kelly.
That's right, and hopefully you got also the meeting recording. Graybeard says it's nice to connect with friends. It sure is. Shadow Tracker Jay says glad you're here, Kelly. Kelly says amen to that, Graybeard. Judy says yes, it is Graybeard. Graybeard saying hello, Jerry and Ella. Hello, Graybeard.
Hello, Graybeard.
Graybeard says the way of a fool. Oh, he's given our verse for the night. Thank you for that. I knew you would. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. Mm-hmm. Graybeard says amen. Everybody's giving amens. We can keep going down. Tracker
Lorna says yes. And Judy says yes. Tracker 17 is in the room.
Says Hallie Toe, Jerry, Lead Horse, Choctaw Williams, Lead Tracker E, Friends, Warriors, Shadows, and Thunders. Hallie Toe. For those who don't know, that's Choctaw for greetings or hello. Shadow Tracker J says blessings, Tracker 17. Graybeard says hello, Tracker 17. War Chief says Hallie Toe 17. 17's giving blessings to Shadow Tracker J, saying hi to Graybeard. Judy saying hi to 17 saying Hallie Toe War Chief Tracker C. And hey, Judy Wheeler. War Chief, thank you very much for that super sticker. Wow. We sure do appreciate you.
Sure do.
Thank you. Tracker 17, you too. Thank you for the super sticker. Y'all are just so kind and so generous.
Thank you. It is needed too.
Needed and appreciated for sure.
Appreciated.
Tracker Lorna says, hi, Tracker 17. Graybeard says, good job, guys. Agreed. Very, very kind. Tracker 17 says, thank you, War Chief. You beat me to it. And says, War Chief says, thank you, Tracker 17. 17 says, hi, Tracker Lorna. Thank you, War Chief Tracker C from Tracker Lorna. Tracker Lorna says, thank you, Tracker 17.
Hey.
There's JR. Says, hey, everyone. Hallie Toe. Graybeard says, hey, JR. Good to see you. Judy sending love. Shadow Tracker J is sending blessings to JR. Judy, there's a lot in here tonight. Judy says, hi, JR. Tracker Lorna says, hi, JR. Tracker 17 says, best video review of Monster Spotters. Oh yeah, it's great. It's by Lyrical Jazzy and her brother and their mother, and it's a fantastic review. Thank you for putting that link in. There's Bernard. How you doing?
If you haven't seen it, click on that link and save it and check it out later.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It made us grin so much.
It did.
Hope you're doing well, Bernard. Glad to see you.
Bernard is here.
That's our other channel, the smaller channel. Judy Wheeler says, hi, Bernard. Shadow Tracker Jay's saying, blessings, Bernard. That's our verse, Proverbs 12:15. Bernard says, thank you all for the blessings. And, and says, cheers, Judy.
This
Tracker
is-
17 says, Amazon AU link to the book you all need to read. Thank you for that. And Tracker Lorna is saying hi to Bernard. 17's putting another Australian link to the Gifters book. Thank you for that. And Tracker 17 is saying, hey, Bernard. Graybeard saying, hey, Bernard. Bernard says, almost missed my thumbs up. Bernard says, hello, Trackers. Good to see you. Tracker Lorna says, has been awesome to be a part of your journey.
It's all of
We're
our
all on it
journey.
together.
We're all on it together. And,
Like, for real.
even what we're doing today, we haven't put your daily video up yet, but you're going to get to see,
Stuff and things, as my Aunt
Stuff
Sharon
and
would say.
things.
Tracker 17 says, please like, share on your social media, such as these platforms are. I think he's had a bad day on them. Judy Wheeler says, absolutely right, Lorna. Tracker 17 says, trolls beware. This is not a good day for you to misbehave on this channel. It's
Good.
never a good day for that.
Yeah.
Judy says, Tracker Lorna. Kelly says, ha ha ha, way to go, Tracker 17. War Chief says, halito, Bernard. Tracker 17 says, hey, Kelly, blessings to you today and always. Tracker 17 says, thank you, Lorna. Sorry I didn't see your gift until now. Judy's saying hello to War Chief. Kelly's saying same to you as well, Tracker 17. And 17 saying hello to Elastic. Bernard's saying, going to purchase my tracker book after the live. Thank you for reminding me. I've been wanting to read it. That's awesome.
Oh,
That's awesome.
We can't wait to use
This is the most important one. This is the quickest read. It's a children's book, but it's good too. It's important too because it's got the illustrations. And the Bigfoot Gifters is that's a really good one too. But if I had to pick only one book, it would be this one as far as the most full of information. It's like our textbook for our course plus some. Bernard says, hello, War Chief. And Elastic Machinery made it back. Says, howdy, y'all. Tracker 17 says, howdy, Elastic. Las Venturas says, I'm back. War Chief says, halito. We're still reading the greetings. Halito, Elastic Machinery. 17 says, hey, Jose and Tanya. Judy says, Thunder Tracker D, hello. Tracker 17 saying hello to Jim. Hello 17 from Las Venturas. Judy says Las Venturas, hello. How much more do we have? Tracker Lorna is giving greetings to Jose and Tanya. Tracker 17 saying hello to Bob. 888. Judy saying hi, Bob. Sally Whitty's here. Hey, Sally.
Elastic Machinery is also saying hello to Tracker 17, Jim, War Chief, and of course Jerry and
I'm
Lead
sorry, I
Tracker
missed
E.
that, Elastic. I missed that one. I was reading not the screen, but the side scroll and missed it. Sally is indeed witty. Judy Wheeler's here.
She says
Or
888.
saying, hi to 888. Elastic Machinery saying good to see you, Bob, Graybeard, and Judy. Judy's saying Sally, hello.
Graybeard's saying hello to Sally Witt.
Witty.
Judy's saying Witty. And Judy saying hello to Sally.
Shadow Tracker Jay says blessings to Elastic Machinery. Judy sending love. Graybeard saying hello to Elastic. Shadow Tracker Jay's giving blessings to Sally. Elastic's saying hi to Lorna and to everyone. Really excited to listen tonight. Happy to see you all. Hi Lorna from Las Venturas, Oklahoma Adventures is here. So those are both Jose and Tanya's channels.
Good to see
So
both
they're
of
both
them.
in the room, and Graybeard saying hi to them. Tracker Lorna saying hi. Shadow Tracker Jay saying hi. They're saying hi back to everyone. 17 saying hi to JR. Apologize for missing you. Kelly saying thank you very much. We're not going to be through the greetings before Kelly has to go back to work. War Chief says, hey, JR. And hello, Thunder Tracker D. 17
Just good to see that everybody saying hello to each other.
Hi to Thunder Tracker D. Tracker Lorna saying, hey, Sally. 17 saying hey to Oklahoma Adventurers. 17 saying halito to Sally. Oklahoma, Las Venturas is saying Athalia has already read them. Oh,
Oh,
wow. Good.
wow.
So she's already read the books. Wonderful.
Good.
Jose Antonio is saying hi to Judy and halito to Sally from Tracker 17. Did we make it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, we're caught up. So that'll be the longest on reading the chats, but we love y'all and we want to acknowledge everybody who's talking to each other. So we love that. Okay.
So can you tell us about tonight? Because
I know very little of tonight. I only scrolled through it very, very little. These guys are clowns. They're kind of making a joke about the whole thing, the Bigfoot hunting thing. I scroll real quick enough to know that they go into they say, well, let's go talk to a Bigfoot expert. They go into a museum. I don't remember exactly what was said. I just remember thinking we'll touch on that part when we see him in the museum, because they called him a Bigfoot expert. I want to see if indeed he was. It's been a rush day.
And we'll all know.
Yeah,
if he's an
we
expert
want to hear
or
if the
not.
answers to the questions. Then right after that was.
I know they
tie the guy to a tree. They literally tie the guy to a tree out there. He's dressed in a giant foot costume, and they just don't know what they're doing. And but actually, I'm kind of going to be watching along with you because, like I was speeding through it. Okay. So I just know I want to touch on the tying him to the tree part, the museum part, and whatever foolishness we can see in between. Just the few things that I could hear him saying, they're very, very silly, and they don't know. They just don't know what they don't know. So, and it's called. Let's see, it's called.
And we do have the bell, War Chief. Look at that.
We do have the bell.
We're getting it warmed up.
Was he asking?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I already
get
had
that
it.
bell warmed up.
I rewound it once. It went back forward.
What you drink? I don't want you to accidentally.
And we got our pointer sticks from our mini blinds. It must have been playing the whole time. I thought I had it paused. So
we're going to turn this.
It's called I Hunted Bigfoot Overnight by a channel called Unspeakable. It has 1.8 million views in 2 weeks.
And people actually watch this and they get the wrong information. They do all the wrong things. So we're going to try to, we got this on basically the wrong, we should have had it on our phone, but we was not thinking whenever we first jumped on this. So we're going to turn this around and we're going to try to line this up so you can watch it and we can connect with this other one.
Spin this around.
Yeah.
Because we're using laptops, so we just need to turn it around.
And you can, so it looks like we can come up a little bit.
Come up like this?
Yeah. And you got to go maybe towards the computer. Yeah. Hey, there you go. I think. And twist it the other way. There. I think that'll work. I think that'll get it.
Closer because it shows on the bottom, or will that'll go away?
That'll go away. That'll go away. That's actually perfect. It's actually perfect. So
perfectly perfect.
You'll be able to hear us, and you'll hear the bell. We're kind of looking at a different screen, so it's kind of like we're there with y'all. So let's go ahead and start with. We got our pointer sticks. Can y'all see our sticks? There we go. And we got our bell. So let's get going. Oh, Shadow Track, Warrior Tracker 17 says battle axe upgraded into a war axe for trolls. All right, keep it. War Chief Tracker C says keep it sharp. 17. Yeah, this is. I like it whenever our trackers are ready for all this. Just in case anyone popped in the room, you can pop them. Are you ready? Yep. You got the
You got
remote?
it right there.
You
You
got
want
it?
me to do it?
Yeah, because I don't know what we're. I didn't get to look at this because these things make me upset.
Find you. Today, we're finally going to record the elusive Bigfoot on camera. I'm here to find Bigfoot deep in the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where the forest whispers secrets. And
Hold on.
Mike, we want
I don't.
Wait, let's do the introduction and you ring the bell.
Yeah, already rang the bell. Just, I don't watch these because they get me upset, and this one already is starting that way. These people already, I can tell that these are not experienced people, and these are people that's going to give people wrong information and things to do out there wrongly that can get people hurt. So that's why that's always making me. That's why I don't watch these things. I would. Well, I can't watch it. I just turn the TV off anyway.
This is why we have Watching Wednesday. Because 1.8 million people are watching this, and we need to
correct it.
correct it.
to find Bigfoot. We got to go into his habitat, his land,
his home,
yes,
his biome.
Some say that Bigfoot grabs trees like these tall ones right here and uses them as toothpicks. See, there's a used one down there.
That's
Make
actually
a joke out of everything.
that's a land spike, but I mean it's used to make deer jump and land on this and impale themselves. But also it could be one of their spears. It just depends on what they're using it for.
And how big the one using it is.
Yeah, because the big ones use big ones.
Jose from Las Venturas, they found a spear just the other day. If you're by the water side and you see basically stumps, or not stumps, but broken off trees in the ground and poles, wiggle them, because a lot of times they're just stuck in there and they're sharpened on the bottom end.
Yep.
Because they use them as spears in the water.
Where are you, Sassy?
Whoa, hold up. Y'all think y'all can 1v1 Bigfoot?
No,
There's no way.
no.
1v1?
Back that up.
This is a good time.
Just
Where are you, Sassy?
Whoa, hold up. Y'all. True. He's got to be out there somewhere.
Where are you, Sassy?
Whoa, hold up. True. He's got to be out there somewhere.
Where are you, Sassy?
Whoa, hold up.
yeah. You already starting off with a bow
Severely
here,
bowed branch.
and this is pulled down. This is a blind right here, and that's a possible right there also. And another possible right there in this area. But
Some of
these-
you with higher, what do you call it? Higher
resolution. maybe?
resolution on your TVs may be able to catch some screenshots through here.
Y'all think y'all can 1v1 Bigfoot?
No. There's no way.
No.
1v1?
No.
This is a good time. If he ever hurts you in a video on purpose.
Boys, I have some movement in the woods. Over on that ridge,
Yeah, I see it.
a little bit of rustling in a tree I see.
Yo, is that a human or
Yeah, that's
see
a
that walking
hiker.
right there?
That's a hiker, dude.
Is that what that is?
I can't see that far. That is way too
That's
far.
a person?
Yeah, it's not hairy. It's wearing
Where?
a blue shirt. It's not Bigfoot.
Let's all try to call Bigfoot. I'm going to go first.
Do not try to call Bigfoot. They're just making a joke out of everything.
Never whoop, never whistle, never call.
The ravine that they're standing next to, that's a danger area. They don't know that if they could go on the edges of that, there's probably some caves in there that they're standing above. That walking path leads right alongside it, and you have to be very, very careful in the dark that you're not stepping off into those ravines. Ravines are danger zones.
Mm-hmm. So this guy's about to do a Bigfoot call. These are just, oh, you know, I had a friend, he was in the documentary. We built a fire outside his house, and this is on Green Hill Monster Road in Tellahena, Oklahoma. Known for cryptids, known for Bigfoots, dogmen, lizard-looking things, translucents. And we had a fire out there, and he whooped. He called.
He knew better.
And he knew better. And I looked at him, I said, don't do that again. And he's laughing about it. And it wasn't 5 minutes that that big, stink, skunky smell hit everybody. And I looked at him, I said, well, I'm going in. And this is his house, his area. And that fire was still going. And he said, I'm going in too. But you don't do what these people, yeah, and it's not funny. You're going to.
He's the same one that would call us when he would get scared because they're out there wiggling his air conditioner, trying to pull it out of the window, and they're standing 20 feet off the house, blending into the tree, staring in their window. And,
knocking on the windows.
yeah, scaring him, crawling on the roof, hiding behind some hay bales that were stacked up there, or the big round hay bales, hiding behind them. We have. He's actually in the documentary. We loved him very much. He's since passed on, but in that regard, he was very foolish.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's not a bird, dude.
No? Okay, you try to step up.
Oh, Bigfoot. Biggie, Bigfoot. No, I didn't get any luck, dude.
All right, you got this.
All right.
We got beef jerky!
So people watching this, 1.8 million people, are just going to think this is all a big joke and drawing all this attention to themselves. Can we scroll through the comments real quick?
Okay.
That way we can keep up with them. We don't have to read a whole bunch at once.
Tony Tracker says, ready.
17 says, already I don't like these adventurers. This will be cringeworthy. I can just feel it.
Yep.
Kelly says, agree. War Chief says, I really hope a Predator Bigfoot charges these jokers.
Yep.
17 says, it would make some entertaining sound effects, War Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Tracker J says, perfect Bible verse. These guys are fools. Yeah,
Sure
on
are.
purpose they're fools. They think they're funny, but they don't understand how many people really get hurt and taken by these things.
Yep.
War Chief says, loser fools, and Graybeard says, frat boy mentality. You nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
War Chief says, these boys need an attitude adjustment. Tracker Lorna says, wow. 17 says, I'm surprised these idiots haven't got spirit boxes too. They may. I haven't seen any of their other videos. Who knows?
Yep, they might.
But they don't know what they don't know. They haven't been taught. They've been watching other stupid things, and they're trying to get content for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand.
War Chief says 1.8 million people needed to laugh.
I guess so.
I guess so, because these guys, they're jokers for sure.
And it's true. We love laughing and all that, but not over something, not over the cannibal that lives down the street,
Yeah.
right?
Not something that's going to eat you.
We should move on, boys. Yeah, let's go. My walking stick. Big like.
I hope he gives you a better look at that.
I think we should move on, boys. Yeah, let's go.
That
My
might be
walking
a spear he just picked up. It looks sharp on that end. I hope we get a better look at it.
Could be a spear with that tip. Or it could just be a big club.
Yeah.
That they use.
Yeah.
And that kind of looks like a Bigfoot right there too.
Right here.
Yeah. Gotta keep an eye on these.
You with better resolution, see if you can
Looks like his
grab
nose
some screenshots.
up there. Even one right there.
Because it's hard to tell when we pause it. It gets so blurry.
Big like Bigfoot. Maybe you can use it as a toothpick when we find them.
What is that? Doesn't it look like 3 toes? Or like an imprint? I see what you're looking at, but do we actually know how many toes Bigfoot has?
I'm pretty sure it's
Okay,
5.
stop.
Right?
Our book will tell you that they can have anywhere from 3 toes to 6 toes.
And if y'all ever watch that guy, Texas Front Porch, I gave him a report that these predators have 6 toes also, and he banned me. He put me in timeout and said, "We're not going to listen to that bull malarkey. And Bigfoots don't have 6 toes; they got 5 toes. Like they don't have 3 toes." And and then it's probably about 2 months later, someone showed him a picture of 6-toed print. And they had a big 2-hour special on Bigfoot with 6 toes.
Revealing on how they could have 6 toes. We sure never called Jerry back.
They
That
sure
was a
did.
few years ago. It had to be their information, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't go back to that channel anymore. Bunch of BS on it.
Bigfoot. Look at my foot.
Why were these
Now,
guys
that's a
digging in
Bigfoot.
it?
How's it going? Have you guys seen it?
Ugh, dummies. Why were they digging in it like that and scratching it all up? And wish we could have got a better look at that.
I think it was just there.
Plan.
Yeah.
Any Sasquatches around here?
Higher or lower than here, but kind of missing.
So you got a tree blind up there.
So they just asked those guys if they'd seen Sasquatch around here, and those guys said higher and lower than here, but not in this area. So they've seen them, and they don't look like they're playing.
Yeah. Let's back that up.
Oh, wait.
Pretty sure it's.
Yeah, I got a Bigfoot. Look at my foot. Now that's a Bigfoot. How's it going? Have you guys seen any Sasquatches around here?
Higher or lower than here, but kind of missing.
Oh, but you have seen one? Wow. He might be messing with us, you know?
Nah, that man spoke the truth.
Pull down. And remember that the pull downs can be high in the trees too. They're, where
Seen
you
one?
need to hide
Wow.
to get the view.
He might be messing with us, you know?
Nah, that man spoke the truth.
And this guy is still ridiculing, making fun,
Yeah, he's
mocking.
The man did speak the truth.
These people can get on your nerves quick.
Stay focused.
We're at 2 minutes in it and stopped it 19 times already.
I think they're used to that by now.
Look at this box.
Look. Did you see the bottom of that spear? Did you
Oh,
see
that's
how
not
sharpened
something.
that was?
Nah,
Watch the
that
bottom
man
of it.
spoke the truth.
They don't even know what they're carrying.
Told y'all. Told you.
There it is. There it is. Look at that sharp point.
Can somebody screenshot that for us, please?
We have multiple like
We
that.
sure do.
Jose and Tanya just pulled one out like that also. They hunt with these things. These are spears. They hunt fish. They hunt animals, deer,
People.
Wow. Good catch.
That's a great view.
That is. That's a good snapshot
And it
right
looks
there.
large for a spear for this man, but not for a large Bigfoot.
Not for a big Bigfoot. Not then it could only be an 8-foot, and that's still a good. That's just a small spear for it. So you can imagine how far a Bigfoot can throw that thing. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. That thing's sharp.
And if you look
too.
closely at them, they're like picked
Do
with
we
their
have one?
nails or this one's not too bad, but it's
Oh, it's a spike. It was a spear we had.
I don't know where it is.
Okay, we got so
It
much
might be
stuff we can't
outside,
we
yeah.
can't remember where they're at, but we got actually 2 spears just like that, and we picked up actually.
I'll go look. I think I do remember. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh well, she's gonna take a quick second, see if we can find one of the spears that we got. We got 3, I think, or 2 in the house and 1 outside. But we find these at the waterways around ponds and lakes. and they use them for fishing, hunting people, hunting animals. But we're trying to see if we can find that real fast for you. These guys are carrying a weapon and they don't even know it. But we're going to go ahead and go a little bit further because she'll be back in just a second. She's probably going to go to two rooms. Let's see what else they're doing.
Look at this bark, all this bark on the ground. This tree completely ripped.
Now, everybody knows behind those trees, that's where they're going to be. And you can kind of see an area right there that's kind of, you could sit back there.
No, it was a different one. It must be outside.
Okay. Hope we didn't get rid of it.
We'll find more.
Yeah. But right there behind that tree is where they sit. And since these guys are on a hiking trail, that's a perfect place for it to sit and wait. It actually looks like some eyes right in there and a small face. I don't know if anybody can get a picture of that, but okay, we're going to go a little further.
Could it be nature? Could it be a mountain lion? Or could it be? What could it be? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
Any of those things. Commit. His shirt says commit. Might need to be committed if he runs into one of these.
Give us 1 second.
We're looking for a screenshot that War Chief and Tracker Lorna both got screenshots. War Chief says he sent it to us, and so did Tracker Lorna. So
And
we're
I
gonna
sure wish we had ours.
add those. And Graybeard says, "Yep, you called it on the spear." We just, the house is getting so full of Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah, we got clubs, hooks,
Bands.
spikes. Let me put this one up real fast for you. Just to show you that our trackers are right on the ball. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for.
Look at that.
Just 1 second. We're going to load this real fast.
So when you see clubs, now this one wasn't even in the ground. He just picked it up. It was laying on the side.
Yep.
So when you see those.
Along a hiking trail.
And when you see them, wiggle them. See if you can pull them up, and that might be what you find.
And thank you, Lorna, Kay, and War Chief for sending this in. All three of you had the same photo, but War Chief had a closer one, so we're going to show this real fast. And y'all can see how that's filed and chipped to a point. That's a perfect spear, and that will go in somebody that will go through anything.
And raise them up.
And raise them up. They could stab somebody and just pick them up.
Put them in there.
Yep. Stab a pig, pick them up, and take them home. Look at that. And these guys don't know what they're even carrying.
Nope.
There would even be residue on that stick, on that spear.
A giant skewer. But this is how they hide their weapons and their tools, because they're made out of everything that's out there, so people are just walking by and not noticing.
Oh, that's just a stick. No, that's a spear. Thank you, everybody, for getting that to us.
Oh, that's probably just a dead tree.
Dude, that's a big tree.
How do they even grow that?
Time.
Every curve
you're
is a
right.
potential
Kinda looks like
ambush
a path.
spot.
Could be Bigfoot.
Remember that every curve is a potential ambush spot.
There's an ambush. That's a blind right there. Right here. But there's a lot of them. You see this pull down? See that? Here's another blind. They're all over this place.
Even when you're driving, the curves on either side of the road, they will put things into the road and you don't see it coming.
That also looks like
over little hills.
a bowl right there.
Yeah.
It actually looks like this dark area right here.
Somebody check on that one.
Scrushy running path.
There is a broken branch on the
And it's really high up.
They did notice that.
That's what we just said. But
That's good that it's good that they noticed that.
and
they're
look
lying
right
below
here, and look at that Bigfoot right there, sitting right there looking at him.
Y'all got that one screenshotted? Can you see that?
It's plain as day right there. Oh, these people.
He's a tall man. What do you think?
I think you're standing in the blind right
Y'all
there
need to
in
be
this
careful.
shadow area. Wow.
They're watching them curves.
Oh, that's where it was. So it was about right in here. Because there's that tree.
Yeah.
That's actually probably right behind him. Actually. Because it was where that tree was, it was kind of down this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually, he's probably standing right in front of it.
I'm here to find Bigfoot.
The one that strays off path.
Died.
There's some more.
He said the one that strays off the path dies. Cannot disagree. Not necessarily that strays off the path, but strays away from the other people.
Dies. Benjamin Franklin. I don't think he said that.
Not much here.
Well, at least they're maybe they know what they're looking at. But this is a big pull down. This is a big blind.
It looks like a ravine just on the back side of that too. That's just a danger zone in several ways.
Yeah, this whole area. And even right here, you've got a shoulder and a round head looking thing, but it's also standing in front of that tree. But that looks like a body right there.
That needs to be looked more closely at.
Because, I mean, this part right here is the tree part. But underneath it is the rounded head and the shoulder.
Jim will tell you that you can practically lean on them and have trouble seeing them. He almost leaned on one once, and he thought that it was the tree or part of the tree.
This is a good video for people who want to learn what to look at that these guys don't know what they're looking at.
They know just enough to get in trouble.
Yeah. And going and exploring and looking at these things. This is an entryway right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
To come right here behind,
sure.
Right here, wait.
And it looks like a well-traveled path that they're walking on, really, where the other two guys are standing back there.
This gets deeper and deeper. Unfortunately, I don't have a machete.
Bless.
My Bigfoot allergies tingling.
Bless.
Yeah, he's nearby for sure.
Do you believe in the Sasquatch?
You know, and actually, like Jerry will get a tickle in his throat. Really, people will learn over time. Our trackers learn that each of their bodies we have sensations in common. Like chills are pretty common amongst everyone when there's something negative nearby. But some people might get nauseated. Some might get a headache. Some might get a buzzing in their back or feel zapped. Energy drain. Jerry will get a tickle in his throat when they're close. So this guy's sneezing and making a joke, but there really is something to, I don't know what he's sneezing about, but it could be that that may be one of your indicators. So just pay attention to patterns. Look for patterns with your own body too.
And this looks like a Bigfoot that's kind of leaning on its side. Kind of leaning out there. 2 eyes, big cone head, shoulder. leaning sideways. And they're not going to be standing straight up all the time. Some of them are going to be hanging straight upside down. You're going to see their head upside down because they're hanging upside down like a squirrel.
They may also just be low to the ground. So you want to look from, you know, a baseline. All you may see is, especially in these where they've got all these ravines here, they may be totally on the other side of it or down in a creek bed and just looking over just the nose, you know, from, you know, just the eyes peeking over.
Mm-hmm.
I think I believe it. It's a hard thing to believe, but with me seeing how big this forest is, I mean, it's just almost endless places for a Sasquatch to hide.
He's
And you're
right.
telling me we have to explore all of this?
We should just get a helicopter.
Yeah, boys, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what we're doing, where to go, how to find him. Maybe we should.
True.
Well, that's the first honest thing I've heard this guy say.
You got messages?
Let me check something real fast because
Some of the
that
trackers are sending photos.
one shot's a little too blurry.
But I think this guy is actually realizing that there is something to it out here, and he's realizing it's not just a joke. To me, it seems like he's taking a little more serious than the others.
Let me little too blurry, but this one. And thank you, Judy, for that. In case him.
You want to look for discolorations, and or it'll look like transparent, like a watery haze, like the heat haze on a highway or at the top of trees. Sometimes some people can see that aura at the top of trees, the way it's got that shimmer. They can look like that. They can look like a fog or just an off color that's even in the forest with your naked eyes. It just looks blurry where everything else looks crisp. You need to try to pay attention to why would that be blurry? Why would that be a totally different shade of green or gray or blue, like a bluish misty color, than everything around it? Pay attention to those things. Also shadows that just, the black ones are going to hide deep in the shadows. They're described as darker than dark, blacker than black. And then also know that there will be mottled ones that are all different colors, like calico. And just like a polar bear, their hair has no medulla, so it doesn't have a core, so it picks up the colors around it like a fishing line would.
Yeah, good job, Judy.
They may even appear green. And we've got a lot of pictures like that on our pages and channels. He's loading up a picture. They may be black and white, and they're any multiple colors, and they'll hang out in the areas, obviously, that those colors will give them a good advantage, just like any other animal does that hides with crypsis or camouflage.
There's actually a extra one that we didn't see, but Judy caught it. This one, but we'll talk you through that one. Let me get this up. Okay, here's that shadow again. Let's past that tree a while ago. You can see it's a darker than dark shadow. But there's also one right next to the tree that's got his hand on the tree and his arm. That darker than dark shadow right there. And the one that's near the tree with the two eyes has got his arm and hand on the tree. Now this one is also that one that was sideways. And there's actually two of them. Now there's a dark green at your 3 o'clock, and that's the top left side of the biggest head one, but it's sideways. It's like the head is facing towards that guy right there. The body is facing back east, I guess. And then there's another one underneath it. There's two of them laying sideways. And that's what will throw you off because people expect them to be just standing straight up. But these things will be at the bottom of the trees. They'll be hanging or clinging to the tree. And
Upside down.
Upside down. This one is sideways. There's actually two there. But good job, Judy, and thank you. And I think it was Kay and
War Chief and
War
Lorna
Chief.
have all sent. Yeah.
Yeah, Charles, War Chief, Judy, and Kay. But again, that one's laying sideways, and there's two major ones right there.
Talk to an expert.
Uh-oh.
You can talk to an expert.
They're going to talk to an expert.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, boys, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what we're doing, where to go, how to find him. Maybe we should talk to an expert. We're here at the Bigfoot Museum looking for...
That already should tell you something.
I don't know what state they're in, what country they're in.
An expert is not going to be at the Bigfoot Museum.
But even their mural here just kind of makes it silly.
Yeah.
Answers and questions. Let's see what this place is all about. Oh, look at this. Yeah, are these Bigfoot ones? Honestly, his feet are not that big. He probably wears like a size 14, maybe 15. Bro, I'll wear a 9.5.
They don't
I feel like a
realize
lot
that
of the
they
people
go
that have
through
seen
many,
Bigfoot have seen him once,
God.
and then they never see
baby's
him.
feet aren't the same
again.
size as yours. That reminds me of the
Do you believe in
one
them?
Jose and Tanya on the profile,
Oh yeah, when I saw him.
on the size.
Oh, you've seen him?
I saw it as a child. I saw him looking right in the eyes by the kind of tree. And then I heard my mother screaming, "Mikey, where are you?" And I said, "I'm okay. Come and see the big hairy man." And they reluctantly followed me and we went back to where I saw it. Of course, it wasn't there anymore. Yeah. So they didn't see it.
Could we start from like scratch? What is Bigfoot?
It's a bipedal hominid. They puts it in our family tree, but they have
It does not.
What? We had to back this
This
up.
is not an expert.
No, maybe in his family tree.
They are not human. They may
Yeah.
have consumed human. They may have
Mhm.
stolen human DNA, but they are not in our family tree. God did not create these.
So this is
Abomination.
not an expert. No, all the trackers already know this. But to anyone watching this person is not an expert. He does not know what he's talking about.
He's going to be of they're just a people.
He's going to repeat what everybody else repeats.
Yeah.
Who don't know.
Yeah.
And that's why we always say too.
speech and the ability.
Oh my goodness. They don't speak, they mimic.
Who did he? You hear what he said?
Give me a second.
Can we start from like scratch? What is Bigfoot?
It's a bipedal hominid that puts it in our family tree, but they have mind speak and the ability to, at least appear to be invisible.
Oh wow.
Now, these are two traits we don't think of as normal for an animal on this planet, so that's why some people think that maybe they are extraterrestrials. So landed here and observing us.
Wow.
No, they're not.
And they're not just bipedal. They can just as quickly go down to 4 feet or, you know, hands and feet, go down to all fours and actually run faster that way.
They have spider DNA, cosmic spider DNA. They are predators and predators only.
That allows them to bind with other DNAs and create all these new mutations that people call lizard man, goat man, man, bear, pig, turtle man, donkey man, alligator man.
Mel Ketchup said monkey,
Pig,
something, bear, or something.
But this is why none of the DNA samples, why they're not understanding what they're seeing. They're not understanding that the unknown is that binding DNA of the predator that allows all these mutations to be created.
Let me see if I can fast forward this just so y'all can hear this. This is part of the Bigfoot documentary that we have. If it lets me fast forward to this one point, we'll watch it. But if not, I'm going to turn it back to here because it's 8 minutes.
Mr. Jerry, actually, very intriguing for me because of my background. As most of y'all know, that I've taught survival and wilderness survival and tracking skills, primitive life skills for near 20 years now. And Jerry does it also. I'm gonna give you the floor, man, and just start from the beginning, man. We want to know all about you. I mean, I'm curious.
I come from a medicine people background. My mother was a medicine person, my grandfather's. So we've passed down healing ways throughout the generations, and you know what happened to follow me. Except I wanted to find out more than what I was being told. So I left home and I asked my mom. Well, I was talking with her, and I said that I'm going to have to leave again. And she asked me why. And I said, well, if you can teach me everything I need to know about this world, I can stay here. And, she looked at me and gave me a hug, and she said, I'll see you when you get back.
Now, folks, I will say this. Jerry impressed me quite well last week when I was me and my father was having a little bit of a outing in eastern Oklahoma, and I had an interesting night, to say the least, with some audio and some stuff going on, and we discussed that on Trinity Paracryptid last week. But Jerry was literally about 2 hours south of me, and he was on standby if it got bad, and he literally was on standby to shoot up there and come find me. And I appreciate that, Jerry. I wanted to say thank you so much for having my back on that night. And man, you was right there. I mean, you knew exactly where I was at. Very few people would actually know that area that well. Where does Bigfoot come into this? I'm curious because I know you're out in the woods a lot. You live out there. I mean, you're down in Antlers, Oklahoma, and I know you're dealing with them because we're dealing with down there ourselves. My father is actually not very far from you right now. There's 3 troops running that area around Antlers, that stretch. There's actually more than that. The 3 that I've dealt with, he's got a white scar down the side of his face, and usually if you see him, there's something going on. It's almost like there's a territorial battle going on in between his troop and the juveniles down there right now. So they're firing back and forth. And the reason I'm saying this is to let people know that area, even to all of us researchers that come into that area, is a fairly active area. I'd say it's almost as active as Upper Unbroken Bow Lake on the backside in between there and Arkansas. So my original question was, have you had any aggressive behavior in that area?
Not in this area, but I have in the Clayton, Oklahoma area, which is not maybe about 20, 30 miles from here.
Oh, yeah. I know Clayton real well. Matter of fact, Big Boy with the scar runs that area real well. Dad got drugged halfway down a ridge in a tent in Clayton, Oklahoma. It just ran up. His girlfriend was in it. And what's funny is it waited until I went to sleep right before dawn.
When they ask for proof, I keep telling people, we'll come to Antlers, I'll take you right to them. I'll show you where they're at, or, because I am from here. We're kind of like the guard guards here, and I took a shot at one just to get them to lay down because I didn't have a clear shot, but I had them on thermals and just kind of leaning it out there and taking the best shot by looking at that thermal. They took cover after that. And so that gave me a little space to, keep pulling back. But I knew my other friends were out there, and if I was to really start in with this, that, they would have been killed easy. I teach the ancient histories and the ancient, hieroglyphs and everything. And we see the mixture in the hieroglyphs in the Egyptian Dendra zodiac. And we also see it also in the Aztec sunstone. Their history is also in there about the mixing of the animal, mixing of the human, and how it made, a Bigfoot. And then, these it's just a mixture of animals and a mixture of human.
So you're saying that in your view, Sasquatch is a conglomerate of different, for lack of better terms, on scientific level, DNA structures, or different, they're a mixture of other animals together.
Yeah, and if they would run a test like that, we're testing for DNA of a serpent, testing for DNA of, a land animal or a ram, and we're also testing for DNA of a fish. We're testing for DNA of a bird.
Yeah.
They would run tests like that. These things would show up.
Well, we have ran DNA, and they come back inconclusive. They say that they're a certain percentage human and primate, but then they have other, it's interesting that you say that, because we do have, certain groups and people have produced that evidence for in saying that they could be.
They're only a predator. And in our history, and in many tribes' history, recounts, they're called the arrival of evil. But at that time, they didn't have, the perfect human face. They had, it was more of a disfigurement.
Yeah.
But we were also taught that they're cannibalistic, or they eat man, and that they have a bite like fire and paralyzing. That's the same attributes also of a spider. We're taught that it's going to evolve to look more like us, to become a better predator, to get as close as it can to us.
You talking to me, I can't believe that you brought up the spider. That's one of the oldest teachings there is. Not very many people, they won't talk about Nephilim and angels and stuff like that. You go even farther back than that, and it talks about the spider. And it's crazy that
And that was a tracker, another professional tracker, who was trying to test me, I guess. I guess that's a kind word to say. Was trying to
but I never drew the two to.
Yeah, he didn't
He
know.
was going to ask you some hard questions.
Yeah, he didn't.
Before you came in.
He didn't know I could hear him, because I was trying to get in, but I could still hear him on the I think on the TV, but I was trying to get on the phone, but I could still hear him what he was saying. He was like, "Well, I got some tough questions for him, and we're gonna see what he knows." And I've got some really tough questions he's gonna have to answer.
Yeah, but I think you satisfied his.
Yeah. By the time we ended up,
questions.
he was agreeing with everything I said. Plus, I taught him some things about tracking he didn't know, like the spider webs, or looking underneath the overturned half logs that can look like the coffins and underground burrows.
He also thought it was funny that his dad and his dad's girlfriend were getting pulled up the mountain by these predators. We find nothing funny in that at all.
And so this expert on this show that they're talking to, that they're getting information from, who they're showing to the world, this guy doesn't have a clue to what he's talking about. And if you have our book, then you know more than this expert. You know more than these people on this show. But they're giving the wrong information, and I can guarantee you he's gonna make it sound like they're harmless, but they don't hurt people, because he doesn't know the truth.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay.
This one's good.
Sorry. I just saw that one was muted.
Okay, so let's catch up and see what this guy is talking about. And even in that interview, Melba Ketchum, all these DNA specialists, all they did was prove everything that we said.
But they're not putting it together like what we're saying.
And
They're
not,
still acting puzzled and confused.
and they're not running the sequence correctly as far, but they're getting the information.
They just don't they're not interpreting it the way that we are.
And they don't understand why it's got a repetitive, but it'll change sequence, and that's a spider protein sequence. That's what a spider sequence does. But they don't understand that. They're not running. They're using the human genome sequence. So you're going to get the wrong information. I mean, it's not going to show you, but if you put it in a spider sequence, it's going to make perfect sense. It's going to run on the way it's supposed to run on, which is continuous because it's always changing. And that's also why the Bigfoot, it may look furry and cute and have a good human form, but as it keeps growing, it keeps changing. The arms get longer, the forearms get longer, outstretched like the appendage of a spider. It may grow wings. It may grow horns. The fangs may come in. The torso grows higher than the leg sections.
They're disproportionate. They're not like the beautiful creation that God made.
And with that big torso and the small legs, when that thing drops to all fours, it makes a perfect running machine, just like any other animal.
Together.
If you look at our map there, you can see the most recent.
I don't know how I got back so far. Let me try it.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, are these Bigfoot ones? Honestly, his feet are not that big. He probably wears like a size 14, maybe 15.
Bro, I wear a 9.5.
I feel like a lot of the people that have seen Bigfoot have seen him once, and then they.
Right behind her by the count of 3. And then I heard my mother screaming, "Mikey, where are you?" And I said, "I'm okay, come and see the big hairy man." And they reluctantly followed me and went back to where I saw it. Of course, it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
So they didn't see it.
Could we start from like scratch? What is Bigfoot?
It's a bipedal hominid that puts it in our family tree, but they have mind speak and the ability to at least appear to be invisible.
Oh, wow.
Now, these are 2 traits we don't think of as normal for an animal on this planet, so that's why some people think that maybe they are extraterrestrials. So landed here and observing us.
Wow, I would have never drew the 2 together.
If you look at our map there, you can see the most recent report is about 20 miles from here.
Oh, so these are all the pinpoints where people have seen him. So 1954, he was spotted here. And then about a year ago, he was spotted here. Might be worth a look. Oh, there it is. Our campground for the night. Wipe your shoes. Oh, look it.
He said he was spotted here as if there's only one. There's always more than one. Even when you just see one, there's more surrounding you.
If you hear anybody out there, even if they're researching, if they say, well, there's one out here, they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And look, can we dispel with the notion that if you have trouble with one, it's only that one rogue Bigfoot? It's a lie. They're not safe just because you think they're in a family unit. What are some of the most dangerous predators out there are when something's getting close to their spawn, getting close to their offspring.
Or if they're hungry, or if there's a blood scent.
Yeah, that's simply not true. They're not safe because you see them with young Bigfoot.
Just like a pack of wolves, they hunt together.
This dude. Wow. Welcome home. Hey, yo.
And let's get some comments before we get too far ahead.
Okay. I want to get to where they're actually back out. I don't care about their tent.
Tracker17 says, agree, Jerry. I find it exceedingly hard to watch a lot of these channels now. Yeah, I can't really do it either. Oh, we read this part. Yep, you called it. It's on the spear. War Chiefs has got 2, and he sent it in. We showed that one. Tracker Lorna sent 1 and 2. War Chief sent it to y'all. He said there's this translucent right there in front of them. Yep. Tracker17 says more than 1, and War Chief says I know. Tracker17 says, are these adventurers high on something? They talk oddly. I think they are. There's something wrong with them. Tracker17 says, I get an indigestion feeling on my left shoulder when the Bigfoot is close by. Oh. War Chief says, is that one in the tree? We didn't get to watch the see the comments at that time. But 17 says, I think so, War Chief. And War Chief says, answers to the Capri Taurus.
Capri Tarsus.
Capri Tarsus. The answer is at the Capri Tarsus. Capri Tarsus. Judy Wheeler says they make cartoons out of this subject. Yes, they sure do. Bad cartoons that get people hurt. Kids think it's harmless. Family Tree, huh? A true expert. Yeah, expert. Yeah, you're right. He said, look, Mom, a skinhead with a ponytail. Shackle says he couldn't even get his hair right. You don't know what he wants. Graybeard said, looks like a Hare Krishna hairdo. Or just punk, or just a punk, I would say. Thumbs up. Judy Wheeler's got the spider symbol. It sure is. Where she says, spiders have binding DNA. Exactly. Judy says, always changing. Exactly. Perpetual
hybridization.
Exactly. Judy Wheeler says, the map is ridiculous and far from
Yes, isn't it? I was thinking, good grief.
It is.
You missing a few?
Yeah. Nobody reporting, or you're not putting them down.
Bernard says, couldn't wait till show end, made my purchase. I should be educated next time we meet. Oh, thank you, Bernard. We sure appreciate that. And looking forward to your review.
Wow. And Judy Wheeler says, that's awesome, Bernard. And Shot Tracker Jay said, that's great, Bernard. Everybody's happy you got that book. We are too. And yeah, you'll notice the conversations.
And Bernard was a trucker, and I bet that as he reads through that book, there's going to be a lot of things that'll come back to mind over the years that he's seen.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the drone footage.
So we're going to fast forward just a little bit so we can
get past their going through their tent and all that foolishness and get back out on the trail.
This trail, find that. His little sniffer's going to lead him around the corner, right under our torch. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
Yeah, better than mine.
You think he likes extra cinnamon? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey, do you need some popcorn?
Oh, here, try my graham cracker. Oh, look how much cinnamon was on this cracker still, even at.
Okay, I just can't take the cinnamon.
That got in my eye.
Oh, okay.
In a Bigfoot costume, tied to a tree, surrounded by all the food we made.
This is what I could.
Yeah.
Not just a Bigfoot.
All for a joke.
All for a joke. And not just a Bigfoot predator, but multiple predators.
And they're doing this for fun, but there really are Bigfoot groups and Bigfoot, in quotes, researchers out there that convince, they really are tying people up out there to trees. There's idiots that volunteer to do it or want the attention so bad that they do it, or get pressured into doing it, or tricked into doing it. Women get tricked into going out there on their menstrual cycle, or into going out there to urinate in the bush and doing different things to try to attack them and or attract the predators and to be bait. And Todd Standing's a big one for that, as far as even his own girlfriend, he'll put her out there for bait. And that is honestly just criminal. It's evil. It's disgusting. It's selfish. It's short-sighted. And if you have any group that's trying to get you to do this, or any individual trying to get you to do this, they're not your friend, and you need to leave the presence of their foolishness. Don't ever go out with them again. They do not care about you. And the people on the back end watching the videos that encourage you to do stupid things like this, they're not your friends either. If you are a content creator, and people are trying to encourage you to be stupid, like all these things that they're doing, the whooping and the baiting and that kind of thing, those people will forget you in a month's time. They're gonna go, oh, I guess something happened to that channel, whatever. They would make it viral if you got chewed up online, in a video, and they got to see it. They wouldn't think twice about it. So just don't take that trap. Don't walk into that trap. My rant's over. You got anything to say?
I was just gonna say, even if a Bigfoot didn't come out, you still got mountain lions, you still got things like that that
Sure.
will smell that food.
Sure.
And this guy's still tied up.
Bears, bobcats, wolves. Look at the country that they're in. Idiots.
Dinner for us to be the dinner?
Look, we'll do anything to catch Bigfoot, including sacrificing our friend.
What?
And I got cinnamon.
But you don't need to do that. There's cinnamon on everything. Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Watch your toe. That got in my eye. Yeah.
You got cinnamon in your eye?
A little bit. Just a drop.
That's good, brother. That means he'll come for you. He'll come for you.
We were told if you want to see Bigfoot, you shouldn't try super hard to see Bigfoot.
What you want to do is you want to peer mammal, so you don't want to have a lot of gear and stuff out.
I don't think this is trying too hard.
All this stuff is cinnamon.
All right, we're gonna go hide in the woods. If you need anything, just
You guys are gonna stay close, right? I didn't think I'd be tied to a tree as a Bigfoot costume. Literally, Bigfoot. Not Bigfoot, not Benny.
Oh, we didn't get that. Thanks
Foot.
for explaining.
Bro, look at this root.
dang.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
it's
sorry. Well, if I go out, at least I got my stick with me.
Alright, I'm hiding. No, is this good enough? I don't think Bigfoot could see me back here. Dude, with that ugly haircut. You said it was cool, dude.
How long did I do this for? Who's laughing?
Just shut up.
Guys, I hear a noise. I hear something.
Wait, actually?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Something's moving.
Wait, there actually is something up there.
I can't see anything. You guys put like 20 lights in my face.
I thought I saw eye shine to his right also.
I think I just heard footsteps. No
Some eye
joke.
shine back up
Oh, yeah,
there
I
on the
definitely
right
hear
for a second.
You guys gonna come on time or what?
No, this is the whole reason we set it up.
What, you want me to get eaten?
Yeah, if you hear something rustling in the...
It's a one-time use. I'm never coming back. Guys.
Keep seeing a flash like a
No, actually,
No,
eye
he's
shine
getting a
up
bat or
on
something.
the other side.
Did you hear that?
Bro, you have your stick. Shut
It's
up.
tied up with me.
No, did you hear that?
Yeah, he was wrestling over there.
Like he can't untie that rope himself.
I saw the tree branches move. No way. It's behind the tree. Honestly, we should. I saw the tree branches move. No way.
Looks like it drops off back there behind him too.
Trying to see what this is right here.
And that him? That's him tied up there.
Oh, is that him?
Uh-huh.
I thought he'd be on. That's him right there. I'm talking about right here. If that's his legs, he's not going to be that tall.
When he was standing facing, I was seeing eye shine over there. I don't know what direction it would be. Maybe it'd be towards us. Because It's just, it looks like opposite camera view, I think.
Behind the tree. I saw the tree branches move. No way.
Yeah, see that eye shine? It kept flashing over here.
If somebody can get a screenshot of right here,
What's going on there?
because even they said they seen something behind the tree, but I can't tell if.
I was thinking they went over.
No, so that couldn't be because this is the edge of the tree. So it's got to be a reflection off of something, but I don't see it being a predator.
That's the rope right there.
Yeah. But I'm just looking at the size of the tree.
It's behind the tree. Honestly, we should untie him.
Good idea.
It's either a
Back
Bigfoot
over here
or a
is where
bobcat.
see
Dying as a pet. Oh, you guys coming back? Yeah, dude. That's nice. I think we're gonna untie you. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, they
I would really enjoy that. I heard something in the. Oh, you guys coming back? Yeah, dude. That's nice.
okay, so there was a second tree in line.
I think we're gonna untie you. That'd be fantastic.
See,
I would really enjoy that.
No way. It's behind the tree. Honestly, we should untie him.
It's either a Bigfoot or a bobcat. Dying as a toe.
You're so stupid.
Oh, you guys coming
Just
back?
untie your rope, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's nice. I think we're gonna untie you. That.
Do you see it?
Or a bobcat.
I
Dying
don't
as
know
a
if I
toe.
can catch it.
Oh, you guys coming back? Yeah. Yeah, dude.
It's going too fast.
That's nice. I think we're gonna untie you. That.
Yeah, there's a few sets of eyes.
Or a bobcat. Dying as a toe. Oh, you guys coming back? Yeah, dude. That's nice. I think we're gonna untie you. That.
Okay.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Right there behind him. And then he stuck his head around that tree. I wouldn't have stuck my head back like that. I'd have tried to keep it up close to the tree. Actually, I wouldn't have just been in that whole situation altogether.
No, none of us would be. Only these guys.
That'd be fantastic. I would really enjoy that. I heard something in the woods though. Oh yeah, me too. It's really close.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing up there.
Yeah, I don't really see anything. Oh, I definitely heard so.
There was definitely something over here.
All right, can we do the thing? Yeah. Can we do it quicker? Like right now?
What was that?
Like right now? Right now?
What was that?
Can we
It's a
untie me?
bobcat.
Like right now? Right now? I enjoy that. I heard something in the woods though. Oh yeah, me too. It's really close.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing up there.
Yeah, I don't really see anything. Oh, I definitely heard so.
There was definitely something over here.
All right. Can we do the thing? Yeah.
Something screaming out there.
Can we do it quicker? Like right now?
What was that?
Like right now? Right now?
What was that?
Can we untie?
You know, something did
Eye
happen.
shine again.
They would run
And leave him.
and
Yeah.
leave him.
They sure would.
Let's get a couple of comments.
That sounded to me like bobcat.
Check 17 says, fantastic, a sacrificial friend for Bigfoot's dinner or worse. Yep. It's out for the joke. I see that everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Gray Beard's talking about turd nose standing.
Right.
Tracolona says, hard to watch stupidity. Yeah, it is. That's why I can only get a couple minutes in with these things. Where Chief said, where's the predator Bigfoot when you need him? Like, yeah, that's right.
Ugh.
Checker 17 says, agreed, Lorna. We really have to endure today. We all do, yeah. Elastic Machinery said, "See, it's all a joke till they experience a real phenomenon."
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
You can tell he's actually genuinely getting scared, but he's still too dumb to untie his own rope.
Yeah.
Bernard says, Jerry playing that clip of the guy interviewing him pushed me over the edge. Like, I want to know what Jerry and Lee Trigger know. In a sense, the rest of the story, like Paul Harvey. Oh, I loved Paul Harvey. That was one of my favorites. Oh, that's awesome, though, Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard said these guys are childish guys.
They sure are. They sure are. And they have 1.8 million views.
Yeah, he said, guys, you would not see me hanging with in high school.
Exactly.
I know.
Too stupid. Too silly.
Yeah. Hard to believe these then was get views and subscribers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
1.8 million views on this stupid thing that's going to get people killed or hurt.
Ivy, please. Whoa, hold on. What was it?
As his hands are free.
That's definitely a mountain lion.
I've heard we had a bobcat in the yard, and it sounded just like that.
That sounded kind of like a not an owl.
Oh, like a.
I can't think what it sounds like.
I'm telling you, I heard one in the yard in East Texas.
You seen it?
That was hanging around. I saw it. Yeah, saw it. That's how I know what it sounded like.
Sound like a bird, though. Sound like a...
Yeah, they did kind of sound like one. And at first I thought it was owl, but then I saw it because it was coming up over a stack of logs. Just a little bobcat. But still, I wouldn't want to be tied up to a tree surrounded by food, smelling like food with a bobcat.
Bernard said, looks like a face on the tree right next to him. Sure does, right behind him. Huh? Yeah. Sure does.
That is definitely not a Bigfoot, but that is definitely some smaller and viciouser.
Bigfoots can mimic.
Oh yeah.
But I think this was him.
What's the noise? Can we play the part where we untie me? Okay. All right. That'd be nice. Hey, get this thing off me. Oh, I got swing or something. Bro, what the frick was that noise? I've honestly never heard anything like that in my life. That was such a weird noise. It was like a peacock. It's like a peacock screaming chicken cat. Chicken cat?
That's crazy.
Or it was Bigfoot. What would it be? Bigfoot blowing his nose?
Bro, that would make sense, honestly.
Clean up your trash and go back to your cabin, boys.
I really want to know what that noise was. I can't believe you get.
That's enough, huh? That's enough of them.
Yeah, that's enough of these guys.
After they heard that noise, they did go back to the cabin, didn't they?
Yeah.
The lights.
Yeah, we're going to turn this back around and get us some lights on here. That was enough of that.
That'll be enough of that.
That'll be enough of that. Lead Tracker even found us another gem. Not J-I-M. But
another fake gem.
These people
are going to get people hurt or get hurt themselves.
Bernard says next to the pinky toe. Oh, okay. And where she said maybe a screech owl or a predator Bigfoot mimicking.
Screech owl was what I thought it was
in
the woods when I first heard, was hearing it coming around, but then I actually saw it.
Okay. Didn't sound like a bobcat to me, but I mean, they got more of a, the ones I know, like more of a cat sound.
Yeah.
That one had more of a
Did you hear the growling right before that?
Yeah, there was growling. But
the bird wouldn't
with these guys, you never know if they might have put something in there.
That's true. They could have.
Yeah. But there was growling, there was tree break. I mean, things.
Oh, there was Bigfoot around. No
Yeah.
matter other things too. You
And that whole
no matter
area,
what
we
else
done-
was there, but we know the Bigfoots
Yeah.
were in
We
there.
done seen blinds. We had translucent. Some of the trackers sent those pictures in.
Bows,
Spears,
a spear.
bows,
The other
blinds.
trackers said they
break.
had seen him on that area.
Other people, yeah.
So,
And we agree with you, Shadow Tracker Jay. Enough of
that
this foolishness. Yeah, that was enough for us too.
Well, it timed out perfect. 2 hours.
Yeah, sure did. Oh, it is. Wow, been 2 hours with these guys.
And
But,
they're expert at the museum.
And they're expert.
Get the book. Get
Yeah.
the books. Dang it, like Bernard. Be like Bernard.
Be like Bernard.
I think almost all of them in this room right now that are regulars in here already have the books.
Yeah, I think so too. And, everyone understands Bigfoots can mimic, translucent, mind speak. That's the only two things that I think the expert got right.
Yeah.
Mind speaking, and they do turn translucent.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff is wrong. And don't listen to anything else that he says.
Yeah, they're not the human tree.
And these young people are going to get people hurt, and given all the wrong information of what not to do out there. Don't be playing with these things. Don't be trying to contact these things. Don't be leaving food up for these things. You will get a response. These things will come in.
Don't tie your friends to trees
Don't tie
and
your
make them
friends to
smell
trees.
like food.
Because they will, if they get the opportunity, they will take them. And they will take the whole group. It wouldn't just be that guy. The guy who tied up to the tree, they would just walk up to him. The other ones, they would get first because they're going to try to take off and run.
Because he's going to be too stupid to untie himself and just sit there.
Be tied up, and they'll just come up and maybe even put their whole head right on top of theirs and just chomp the head off.
Around here, we're pushing back the wood line. We just say real quick, because things have definitely amped up. We got to stay on it. Keep pushing back because they're getting closer and closer to the house. Jerry put, can I say that part? Mm-hmm. A stickball pole to practice with out in the yard. Cleared out a field area, and they've been, when I tracked last week while he was at a practice, and I went down to the creek and just tracked around, and when I came back, it was really 3 concentric rings, if you even think of a big spider web of blinds. So they'll build one back there, they get away with that, nobody notices, then they advance in a little closer to what they're trying to get a look at. They'll build another row of corrals, and by that we mean shifting logs around, pushing trees down, moving branches in, relocating tree stumps. Sometimes they might use trash or junk or old wire. So they had 3 rows, and now they're just right up almost next to the field. Do we have that one video of the eye shine?
Yep, we sure do. And
so we've been catching blurs out there. And we'll talk about that in the book. Another one of our trackers actually saw one out towards that area move behind a tree. We're standing between 2 trees, and then when she turned to look at it, it scooted back behind the tree. But it's all in that same area where they're trying to get her better. Anytime there's something new going on, they're trying to get in closer to look. And our next door neighbors have basically a petting zoo. They've got a pony and a calf and a goat and a donkey and dogs, and just plus young children. And so right directly behind their fence line is all blinds, and that's attracting the predators in also. And then even down here by an old horse, like it doesn't have a front, it's just the three sides of a building and a roof. They've peeled back one section of the roof, pushed in a window that was basically used like to make a wall and maybe let a little light in there, but even though it's open in the front. That when we went out there recently, that window was laying on the ground. It was pushed out of the frame, and the section of roof above it was the tin roof was pushed back, rolled back on top of the rest of the roof. Basically, that whole end of the roof is exposed now. There's no roof there, and so they're crawling through that area and then standing up in the little horse stall thing and looking over the roof towards the house. So they've used that old horse stall to be a blind. So we're fixing to put a video up of some eye shine Jerry caught out there the other morning just before daylight at the area of that field in the stickball.
Yeah, so check this video out. This was right before daylight. Just went out to check on something, and I did a quick shine, and we'll show you what we caught out there.
So I didn't know that he had that video or that had happened when I did my track and found those blinds, but that's exactly the area that those blinds were coming from. Or, it was coming from the area of those blinds, of the most intersection of them.
And Judy Wheeler has just sent in this photo. And we knew something was there, nobody could see, because the video was going quickly.
Wow, Judy, good job.
Judy caught this thing bent over. Very close to these guys. It was behind that tree whenever we walked past it.
Good job, Judy.
Good catch, Judy.
You see that discoloration? It's just not quite right with the things around it.
Yeah. I can't tell if that's a face over there, but that's a good catch, Judy. Thank you.
Okay, we'll do the final comments, and then we'll let everybody get some rest.
And where she says, "Do not do what these fools do." And Judy says, "Thank you."
Elastic says, a huge factor about what these people were doing is giving passive permission to who and whatever by their actions. Any type of spirit can follow them home now, and it's a joke to them. That's an excellent point. You're 100% correct. Even saying they're sacrificing their friend, just fools. Graybeard says, good point, Elastic. Shadow Tracker J says, true elastic machinery. They won't be laughing when it's pounding on their house, or they're getting mind speak or night terrors. Okay, we'll go ahead and elastic machinery says, great catch, Judy. So we'll go ahead and say our prayer and let everybody go. And thank you very much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for your patience, as we've not been able to get as many videos up lately. Just thank you for being here, and we love you all so much.
And also thank you to our sponsors for the documentary that we're shooting, and being with us every day as we go through this journey. We're glad that you're with us, so that you're seeing what we're doing and how everything's falling into place. We're going to get your video out. We still have to work on it a little more today, so we'll probably get it out to you in the morning, because it's going to take a little while to get that finished. We got just a little bit more to do for today, and so it'll probably be about 3 o'clock before we get through editing. But we're going to have that out to you just as soon as we get it done. We're going to get it to you, and then we'll get ready for the next day.
Oh, we have an important weekend coming up, but we just can't talk about it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
But to the sponsors, you'll
later.
be with us.
Yeah.
You'll be with us all the way.
Elastic Machinery says the act of pretending to sacrifice their friend is a ritual itself.
It sure is. It sure
Tucker
is.
Lorna says, God bless everyone. Have a great night. And Judy Wheeler says, thank you, Elastic and dangerously foolish. I was going to say one more thing. I lost that one.
Yeah, even pretending to sacrifice is symbolism also.
Yeah, you just don't know that. I mean, we're truly in a spiritual world.
In a spiritual battle.
Yeah, it always. Okay. Thank you, Father. We just love you so much, and we love the people that you brought to our channel. We're so grateful for them, for all the people you place on our path, and that are taking this journey with us, and that are so willing to learn and have their own insights as well. Thank you for all of it. Thank you for giving us all the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and Lord, let it keep expanding. And for these foolish young men, Lord, they're somebody's sons and brothers and boyfriends, husbands, whatever. Lord, they matter to those people, and so they're also setting examples for people, and just give them the eyes to see and the ears to hear too, Lord, and put the right people on their path so that they're just not so dumb, so that they quit making a joke out of everything. It's great to enjoy life, Lord, but the Bible also says not to tempt you. And we just pray your hand of protection and wisdom and guidance over everyone concerning these creatures. In the name of Jesus, the name of Yeshua, amen. And Bernard, thank you again, too.
Hey, everyone have a great night. We're going to see y'all as soon as we can. Again, the sponsors, we got some things that you're going to be with us on. We'll get that information to you out as soon as we can. Your daily videos or your live stream. We may be live streaming in a few days from now, but we'll definitely get you your daily videos. So also, if you'd like to become a sponsor and help out with that, you can email us to become a sponsor, or leave a comment here.
About 7 videos behind now. Daily videos.
Yeah.
On about a week to 10 days.
And we do have catch-up videos that we can send you. What's my 19?
We're both having a...
Yeah, I was thinking of something else whenever I was writing that. Anyway, I would leave a comment in this section below. On 1927.
That sounds right.
I think
Too many numbers in our heads. had a brain freeze for a minute.
I think that's our email.
Yeah, that looks right.
Okay.
Y'all have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to hit like on your way out, and even share the channel.
Yeah, and we'll see y'all again very soon. Very, very soon. Bye. Are we moving?
So beautiful. Look at this.
Are we moving?
So weird. The effect's not quite the same on film. So we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone who's lost in the woods. You'll say a prayer.